Wow, that was some hit. I wonder if that guy's still playing in the NFL. Let me Google it. Oh no, he's not. He retired because he has ALS. What's ALS, you ask? Well, you're in luck. I'm going to tell you all about it today. My name is Adrian Valkasoon, and today I'll be telling you a little bit about what ALS is, what are some of the symptoms of ALS, and what organized sport is doing to reduce its athletes from this deadly disease. Well, ALS stands for amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or Lou Gehrig's disease. ALS is found two ways. You can either be born with it and it will be embedded in your DNA, which that's 10% of the cases, or you can have severe brain trauma. This is where it's commonly found in athletes. If they discover it in your brain, it's usually due to a massive amount of scar tissue buildup from that brain trauma in your brain. So now we kind of know what ALS is. Let's talk about some of the symptoms. Well, the symptoms of ALS are like looking in the mirror and watching your body deteriorate right before you. Some of the symptoms of ALS are unable to speak, unable to taste food and eat, unable to breathe unassisted, which meaning that you'll be on a ventilator, you're unable to move your limbs, and you're unable to do normal day-to-day things. So it's almost like your brain is sharp, you can do puzzles, you can do all kinds of interesting things, but you just can't talk, move, or have any fun by doing them. So those are some of the symptoms of ALS. What is organized sports doing to prevent their athletes from getting ALS? That's a good question. Well, in the NFL and the NCAA, there are more stricter guidelines on helmet regulations and also better rulings to prevent players from hurting themselves with this brain trauma. Like, you cannot target a player from the neck up when tackling a player. Also, you can't hit a downed player, and helmet-to-helmet contact is forbidden in the NFL and NCAA. The UFC is a combat-based sport, so you would see a lot of head trauma in the sport. So they've developed a few rules to prevent athletes from getting hurt further in the sport. You cannot hit a downed opponent in the head or back of the head. You cannot hit an opponent to the back of the neck, and you can't knee a downed opponent. Also, when an opponent is knocked out, there is to be no more hitting that opponent. So today we talked a little bit about what ALS is, what are some of the symptoms of ALS, and we went over what organized sport is doing to prevent ALS and protecting their athletes. Even though there's no cure for ALS, scientists and doctors are working tirelessly to prevent and also provide stricter guidelines and find out how to combat this deadly disease. Thank you very much, and thanks for listening.